Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Claudine.
We're here today to talk about some tax prep services we offer. But tell me, when did you start with the practice and IRSMedic?
Well, my dad and I graduated law school together in 2002. And so we started working together. And in 2006, I got the domain IRSMedic, and we started going after and tackling tough tax problems. We did want to distinguish ourselves by going for the hard ones. And so a lot of our colleagues would send us the cases they didn't want to deal with, the ones that couldn't be solved. And, we would give it a crack to see if we could do it. And some of them took time, but, everything we were able to get a resolution on.
So now, over 10 years later.
Over 10 years later.
You learned a lot solving tough offshore tax problems and complicated tax problems. And it sort of led the firm to realize, hey, instead of just fixing these problems, we can help people avoid getting into trouble in the first place.
Right. And actually, it was some clients of ours who said, well, you fixed me in the past. I need you going forward. So that's where we had to, get bigger in size, hire a lot of staff to take care of everybody that we helped out.
Hence, the tax department was born.
That's right.
Now we have not just enrolled agents, but also CPAs and actual tax attorneys.
Yeah, that's right.
We do both complicated personal and business returns.
That's right.
So we can do any of those. And you had said, we know that a lot of the returns we do are going to be audited.
That's right.
That's an advantage.
Right. That's sort of the level that we prepare things to. Is so many times when we're fixing a tax problem, we have to do returns, and it's actually going to be a person who's going to be reviewing what you're doing. A lot of people out there, and at some of the forums I look at, people get a little cocky about how good of preparers are there, but their stuff was never really challenged because it's just processed through and no human eyes have actually seen it. And when you get into your C Corps, your S Corps, foreign reporting, when those come under audit, those are really high stakes, and you want to make sure that there's not something that's going to burn you, or if there's something you're going to take, you want to make sure you have your exposure limited.
And we can help both. Now we help expats, people living, working overseas. There's a lot of information with tax treaties, tax laws that's constantly being updated. So we stay on top of that. And then also U.S. citizens investing worldwide. Again, you have to know all the intricate details of all the laws of not only the U.S. now, but other countries.
That's right.
Yep. So a lot of the IRS forms that we are really familiar with that other, let's say, tax prep places may not be. So give me some examples of some of those.
Well, this is, typically what happens is our clients, at some point their stuff was simple enough where they could have used even HR Block or do their returns themselves. A lot of our clients, pretty bright people, and they try doing it themselves in TurboTax, and they get pretty far, and they do a pretty good job, but there might be something really big they're missing. With foreign reportings, you have your corporations 5471. There's a 926 if you're contributing capital in. You have 5472 if you're a foreign person with a U.S. corporation. You have your 8858 foreign partnerships, your 8621 for PFIX, and all these really have big consequences if you forget to do them, and also along with your 8938, which most tax software will populate for you now. But a lot of these forms, they don't populate. They'll say, "Oh, go to irs.gov if you need this."
Yep.
So there you have a PDF form, and one of the big things too is the tax software. This is one of the big things that we found out over these years, as we're trying to do a better job and get our cost curve down. That the software that's out there, we went through all the professional software, and we only found one that actually will import data from your spreadsheets or from your worksheets and put it into the foreign tax returns, and that is ProSeries, or not ProSeries, it's FX by CCH. They are the only one, and so that's really the top notch for when you have foreign tax returns. Because if you're not doing it, you can do it something else, but you're going to be spending a lot more time, and the possibility of making mistakes becomes pretty large.
Yeah, because you're not only talking about these IRS complicated forms that you mentioned, but also you've got to stay on top of FATCA, FBARs, so many places where you can get in serious trouble and get some really serious penalties as well.
Right,
so,
and I would say that that our positions are challenged. That when we take a position, it's something that is likely going to be challenged. That we've said, well, we've taken this tax treatment before, and we know this is what's happened. And so we're able to do that when another case comes up. Prospectively, we can put that, what we've done, what we've known has been successful in the past.
Yep. And also, as we're preparing returns, sometimes you have to go back and look at past returns that have been done. And that's where we can help. If we see the errors, now not only can we help with the future, but we can help fix the past.
Yeah, it's a really crazy system out there. A lot of people are sitting on really a time bomb. They don't know it because the IRS doesn't work. It's not a quick thing to say, hey, you filed your return and you made this mistake. Fix it. And here's the correction. No, it sort of goes a little different. It's like you don't hear anything for years. You don't hear anything for years. And then when they come back, they're going to say, hey, you have a problem here from maybe 3 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. And some of these forms, if you don't file them, the IRS has forever to assess the tax. That's what's crazy. If you don't file a 5471 for your foreign corporation, the IRS can assess your personal 1040 forever. They can go back 10 years to say, hey, we noticed you took this back here. Well, now for 10 years forward, we're going to take that away. And the interest from that 10 years starts to run. So, I mean, you don't hear anything from the IRS, so you think everything's okay until one day you do. And then that's the day your life is turned upside down. Yep. And, usually people give us a call then, but you can give us a call now.
Yep. I think you said it best, getting preferential tax treatment after a problem has happened is a lot harder.
Yes, it is harder. We do look for it if we can to help our clients in problems. But planning is so much easier to get something beneficial than fixing. Yeah, you could really save a lot more. And there's time constraints too when you're trying to fix something. You can't do everything the most optimal way when you're going up against a deadline. You have to realize that if you did make mistakes, you're going to miss out somewhere.
Got it. All right. Well, if you need any help with tax prep, tax planning, tax problems, then definitely contact us. You can call us at 888-727-8796. You can email us info@irsmedic.com. Check out irsmedic.com for lots more information. You can like and comment below and subscribe for more awesome tax updates. We want to thank you for watching. IRSMedic, the law offices of Parent Parent LLP. Real tax attorneys for tough tax problems.